Hi, my name is Caroline Pitts, and this video will be covering different single nucleic acid point mutations. Before we begin, let's review the different kinds of point mutations we might see in a DNA sequence and that we will be seeing examples of later in this video. The names of these mutations are missense, nonsense, silent, and read-through. And we must understand the difference in transition versus transversion mutations with their respective interchanges of purines and pyrimidines. Here is a protein that is 5 amino acids long, formed from this DNA sequence. This DNA sequence goes through the process of transcription to create this new mRNA codon by changing all the T's to U's within the coding strand. Then this new mRNA codon goes through the process of translation to create a new series of amino acids or proteins that are bound together by peptide bonds. However, this is only 4 amino acids long. So if we take the triplet strand and rearrange it to look like this, and go through the same processes, we can see that it translates to a 5 amino acid long chain. This new amino acid chain is what we'll be using to go over the different types of mutations. Here we can see an example of a missense mutation, which is when the change of a single base pair causes the substitution of a different amino acid in the resulting protein. Here we can see that one of the original proteins was changed to another protein in the mutation, and here it's a T to a C. And this changes too in the amino acid sequence, where before we had valine, which is now alanine. And this is an example of transition because we're replacing T with a C. Now we're looking at an example of a nonsense mutation. This is a mutation that causes a protein to end its translation earlier than expected by changing it to a stop codon. Here an A is changed to a T, resulting in the new amino acid chain to be shorter than the original one since the stop codon has been moved back and lysine has been deleted altogether. This is an example of transversion because, again, an A is changed to a T. Here we can see an example of a silent mutation, which is when the change of a single DNA nucleotide within a portion of the gene does not affect the sequence of amino acids that make up the gene's protein. Here we can see that this silent mutation has a C being changed to a G, and the amino polypeptide chain has not been changed even though the mRNA sequence has been altered. Even though there's a mutation, valine is still produced in the amino acid chain, just as the original, and everything stays the same. This is another example of transversion because the C is changed to a G. And finally, we can see a read-through mutation, which is the continuation of transcription of DNA beyond a normal stop signal or a terminator sequence due to failure of RNA polymerase to recognize the signal. So what was once a stop codon is now a regular protein. Here, a T is now changed to an A, and the stop codon is being changed from UAA to AAA, which results in an even longer polypeptide chain since the stop codon does not limit us to 5 proteins. We can see an additional 4 proteins being added since the stop codon has been deleted, and this would be another example of transversion since a T is changing to an A.